Welcome to Intelligence Gateway. Module 6, Cryptocurrency Regulations. Legal status of cryptocurrencies. The legal status of cryptocurrencies varies from country to country. Here is an overview of some of the legal status of cryptocurrencies in different parts of the world. 1. United States. Cryptocurrencies are not considered legal tender in the United States, but they are recognized as a form of property. The Internal Revenue Service, IRS, has also issued guidelines for taxing cryptocurrency transactions. 2. European Union. The European Union considers cryptocurrencies as a form of private currency, and their use is subject to anti-money laundering and terrorist financing regulations. 3. China. Cryptocurrencies are not considered legal tender in China, and financial institutions are prohibited from dealing with them. However, individuals are allowed to hold and trade cryptocurrencies on peer-to-peer platforms. 4. Japan. Japan recognizes cryptocurrencies as a legal form of payment and has implemented a regulatory framework to govern their use. 5. India. Cryptocurrencies are not considered legal tender in India, and the Reserve Bank of India has prohibited banks from dealing with cryptocurrency exchanges. 6. Russia. Cryptocurrencies are not considered legal tender in Russia, but their use is not prohibited. The Russian government has proposed a regulatory framework to govern the use of cryptocurrencies. It is important to note that the legal status of cryptocurrencies is constantly evolving, and regulations can vary within countries as well. It is important to stay up to date with the legal status of cryptocurrencies in your country and seek professional advice when necessary. Regulations and compliance. Regulations and compliance are becoming increasingly important in the cryptocurrency industry as governments and regulatory bodies seek to mitigate risks associated with the use of cryptocurrencies. Here are some of the regulations and compliance measures that are being implemented around the world. 1. Anti-money laundering, AML, and Know Your Customer, KYC, regulations. Many countries have implemented AML and KYC regulations to prevent money laundering and terrorist financing through cryptocurrencies. These regulations require cryptocurrency exchanges and other service providers to verify the identity of their customers and report suspicious activities to regulatory authorities. 2. Securities regulations. In some countries, cryptocurrencies may be considered securities, and as such, are subject to securities regulations. This means that ICOs, initial coin offerings, and other token sales may be subject to securities laws and regulations. 3. Taxation. Many countries have implemented taxation policies for cryptocurrency transactions. For example, in the United States, cryptocurrencies are taxed as property, and capital gains and losses are subject to taxation. 4. Licensing and registration. Some countries require cryptocurrency exchanges and other service providers to obtain licenses or register with regulatory authorities. 5. Data privacy and protection. Cryptocurrency service providers are also subject to data privacy and protection regulations, such as the European Union's General Data Protection Regulation, GDPR. It is important for cryptocurrency users and service providers to comply with these regulations and take steps to mitigate risks associated with cryptocurrencies. Failure to comply with regulations can result in legal and financial penalties and can harm the reputation of the cryptocurrency industry as a whole. Tax implications. Cryptocurrency transactions can have tax implications, and it is important to understand these implications in order to comply with tax laws and avoid penalties. Here are some general principles that apply to the tax treatment of cryptocurrency transactions in many countries. 1. Cryptocurrency as property. In many countries, cryptocurrencies are considered property, which means that gains or losses from the sale or exchange of cryptocurrency are subject to capital gains taxes. This means that the tax liability is based on the difference between the purchase price and the sale price of the cryptocurrency. 2. Mining. In some countries, income from cryptocurrency mining may be considered taxable income. 3. Trading. Trading one cryptocurrency for another may be considered a taxable event, and capital gains taxes may apply. 4. Airdrops and forks. Airdrops and forks may also have tax implications. In general, if you receive new cryptocurrency as a result of an airdrop or fork, it will be considered taxable income. 5. Reporting. It is important to keep accurate records of all cryptocurrency transactions, including purchases, sales, and transfers. Failure to report cryptocurrency transactions can result in penalties. It is important to note that tax laws and regulations vary by country, and it is important to consult with a tax professional to understand the specific tax implications of cryptocurrency transactions in your country. Government stance on cryptocurrencies. The government stance on cryptocurrencies varies widely around the world, with some countries welcoming cryptocurrencies and others being more cautious or even hostile towards them. Here are some examples of government stances on cryptocurrencies. 1. Friendly. Some countries, such as Malta and Estonia, have been very welcoming to cryptocurrencies and have implemented favorable regulations to attract cryptocurrency businesses and investment. 2. Cautious. Many countries are taking a cautious approach to cryptocurrencies, recognizing their potential benefits but also their potential risks. These countries often implement regulations and restrictions to mitigate these risks while still allowing for innovation and growth in the industry. 3. Hostile. Some countries, such as China and Russia, have taken a more hostile stance towards cryptocurrencies, with outright bans on certain activities related to cryptocurrencies, such as ICOs and cryptocurrency exchanges. 4. Exploring. Some countries are still exploring the potential of cryptocurrencies and blockchain technology and are not yet fully committed to a specific stance. These countries may be more open to innovation and experimentation in the cryptocurrency industry. It is important for individuals and businesses involved in cryptocurrencies to understand the government stance in their country and to comply with any regulations or restrictions that may be in place. Additionally, the government stance on cryptocurrencies can have a significant impact on the overall adoption and growth of the industry and can affect the value and volatility of cryptocurrencies.